Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thank you again so much for joining me here. I hope you're having a fantastic day, taking another look here at Bitcoin, seeing what's going on. We're going to double check a few key factors here. This is actually very exciting. Really good profit here from our recent Bitcoin trade. We actually got filled with 2 entries, and we got a good upwards about 29% there in roughly 1 trading day. And the SUI, a good little 5 days later, 84% too, caught that massive pump. I've got a few other altcoins I've got my eyes on right now too. Obviously Cardano did pretty well for us as well, but the whole concept of the situation right now is to make sure that we are patient, waiting for the right opportunity, but also understanding that Bitcoin is still more likely to increase than decrease based on a myriad of factors. And we're going to talk about that here today. So if you are new to the channel, just to ask you quickly hit the like button, comment below. If you've been watching for a while, thank you again so much for doing that on every single video. Deeply appreciate that. Helps us get this in front of more people so they get less people get destroyed and those moon boys stop getting so many views. Again, whatever. It's nothing wrong with what they do per se. It's just the fact that they constantly get people to destroy their accounts and those people come over to my community, I guess is good in a sense, but it's also bad in the overall ethical standpoint. Anyways, let's take a look here at 59,000. We can see here a lot of liquidation still left. Majority of it has been swept. I would say maybe half of it, perhaps less. Well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, somewhere in the range of 8 to 10 billion was liquidated, upwards of 58.6. So that's good news, definitely a great sign. We can see here, of course, shorts are starting to build up though and multiply. So again, I don't know why people keep trying to short this level here. It would make more sense to short 60 to 62,000, but again, leading into that, that's going to happen, right? And once more, Bitcoin does have a lot of bullish tendencies, a lot of qualities that are hard to mistake, right? So that's exactly the reason why I haven't shorted the top yet, because the top doesn't feel like it's in. Once again, it could very well crash down to like the 40K range from here. It's hard to say specifically, you never truly know, but minus fundamental catalysts from a technical standpoint, things are looking pretty decent. And again, liquidation levels here kind of help us understand inclinations for whales to try to push the price action to destroy a lot of accounts. And what they do, the reason why they sweep those layers liquidation is so they can move the price where they want or however they want. Right? It just makes sense. They have free range to do so once all the bears are totally scared, right? You scare all the bears away, and then instantly you can become a big one yourself, and that's why they can push the price down. Exactly why you see these aggressive little candle wicks up that just come right back down. Anyways, we got 5, 7, 4, 5, 7. I mean, there's a good amount of liquidation here left. I mean, just spitballing here, probably about 20 billion, 20 to 25 billion right there at about 59, upwards about 59,200. Keep in mind, 60,000, even more aggressive. We got 8 billion, 7 billion here, 4.5. It's a pretty sizable amount. I mean, between here and 60K, and we're talking good, 40 to 50 billion in liquidation. Okay, that's a chunk of change. Okay, so anyways, having said that, let's take a quick look at the daily time frame and work our way down. See kind of where we're at here and just kind of go from here. So the truth is we haven't broken bullish yet. I've been talking about this for a while. Just because Bitcoin has smaller time frame bullish qualities doesn't mean we necessarily have a situation that the price is just going to shoot up. Okay, so we do take a look here at the 20-day SMA. We can see it right there at 58,400, tentatively rejecting the price action. Now again, the price isn't just turning around because of that one thing. That's not really real. What's real is the fact that this is just kind of an average area of resistance, and the probability of the price rejecting from there a few times is probable, okay, or likely rather. So we can kind of see here that this area of resistance in the 58K range is pretty strong. We've had 1, 2, 3 days in a row where the price is like you cannot pass here. But again, the more often you test something, the more likely you are to break, and there's good momentum going into this. A solid bounce off that 0.236 fib level. Keep in mind, I've got our macro fibs pulled up here. I'm not going to worry about our Elliott wave fibs just yet, because I want to, A, finish this analysis, and B, get you guys a little bit more specific details there on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord. I have a playout chart that I post there frequently, so keep that in mind. It looks a little something like this, and playout charts kind of have this kind of theme, right? I always provide you with liquidation and potential direction. Having said that, daily time frame, looking at this here, we can see we're getting closer to freedom. In other words, breaking free from 50 on the RSI is a really big deal. Me personally, being over 50 on the RSI on the daily and the 4 hour together is in most cases always a very bullish sign. We want to look at other factors too, but that's always a great thing. Basically just telling us that we got good convergence here. Even though stochastic is getting close to its top, this hasn't really been a monumental run. The main reason why it looks like that Stochastic is swinging up pretty aggressive because of how hard the price pulled down. It's that natural knee-jerk reaction, even though the price hasn't really recovered strongly. Granted, that this is a pretty good amount. From bottom to top, we're up about 13%. Sorry, no, that was bad reference there. Currently, 10%. We're up 10% in the last 5 days. Okay, so that just gives you a kind of perspective from bottom to top. However, with TSI getting closer to 0, that's also a good threshold, and MACD converging, we have a lot of reasons why Bitcoin should emerge and jump up to this 0.618 fib level, retest that 60,000 range, sweep that level liquidation, and then we're going to have to maybe reevaluate. It could even continue. All right, so you got to keep in mind too, we still got a decent amount of fair value here and or liquidation in the 62K range. So these are just some areas that we want to kind of focus on. Consider securing profits just below 60K. That would be recommended. Don't get greedy and be like 60,000 even. It's a really bad idea. Maybe do 59.9 if you're going to consider a long to that range. We're in a long right now. We're going to keep it open because there's a lot of good contributing factors. Okay. Now again, we've secured a decent amount of profit on our first entry. We like to make sure to do that because this market right now is so crazy and weird that honestly, not securing profits is a bad idea because as you saw recently, right, we tested 58K, instantly ramped back down to 55.5 and then right back up as if it never happened. Like literally, that was the worst, ugliest candle I've seen in quite a while. Anyways, that's just kind of some things to think about. Okay, so for our time frame, let's stay on track. We can see here we're over 0 on TSI. That's excellent. We're over 50 on the RSI. Stochastic is swinging back, but that's not a monumental consideration here. Really not a big deal. However, we do have a lot of volume in this most recent bearish candle, so that is something we want to pay attention to. But keep in mind, bearish candles with a lot of volume does imply there's a lot of buying pressure too. And with us holding above this more recent high, I'm not too concerned. This 0.382 fib level is holding pretty strong. I think that 57 to 57.3 is a solid little range because it was a very strong resistance range previously. Now it's turning into a support. I don't know if you can see that here, but resistance, resistance, resistance. Now support, support, support. Okay, the dynamic shifts essentially, and we can see our local point of control here is about 56,700. We've known that for a little while. If you zoom out a little bit, you can kind of see it a little better. But generally speaking, that's where we're at. Having said that, if we take a look at the MACD, we can see it's trying to diverge, but hasn't yet. So keep in mind, we could be due for a correction, and honestly, this Elliott wave could be finished, because we did essentially establish a higher high. So we can't be foolhardy to think that we're just going to shoot right towards 60,000, but a lot of these contributing factors here on the 4-hour, minus the MACD, which I'm not super convinced is a strong indication with a lot of other good factors here, is essentially telling us that we're more likely to increase. We could also draw out a trend line here too. We're going to kind of pay attention to that guy and see where it puts us eventually. As long as we honor this ascending trend, that's a really big deal. And in most cases, it's something we want to pay attention to. So that's kind of where we're at here for the moment. So we'll pay attention to that guy there. We take a look at the hourly. We can kind of see the Ichimoku cloud is kind of confirming a few factors here for us. We're above the cloud, lagging spans free and clear, conversion lines over the baseline. So does that mean you blindly jump into a long right now? Yes and no. Yes, in the sense that we have good momentum and we're over the cloud, but no in the small sense that we have the lagging span kind of soon intersect. And generally when that does happen, that is a sign of potential reversal. So again, while this isn't like a foolproof, like 100% go long with Bitcoin, it's a pretty significant consideration that the price is more likely to go up than down. And again, that's just kind of how it is, right? When trading, you're always looking at factors, contributing factors in either direction, right? Building a case is what we're doing right now. So we just kind of gave us a statistical probability again. 38% of statistics are made up on the spot, right? Again, see what I did there? So in this case here, what I would say is generally speaking, we got a pretty like an 80% probability the price should continue higher. Once more, again, there's a lot of other factors, a lot of things that we cannot foresee. But from a technical standpoint, most things here are present. We also swept our fair value gap here on the hourly time frame, which is huge. That kind of reinforces that support range and shows us that we're in pretty good shape to be able to see this continue higher. So again, a lot of reasons why we're in good shape. Until we lose this ascending trend line, we break below 50 on the RSI, for example, on the 4-hour, there's a lot of reasons why we're more likely to increase. However, the very last caveat here, and I kind of already prefaced with this, we are not over 50 on the RSI on the daily, and we are not over the 20-day SMA yet. Those are two pretty big monumental things. I say once we cross over that level, we're going to be in really good shape. At that point, if we are, and we're closing above, we're going to be more so in the 59K range. And that's when these liquidation levels are going to start needing to be concerned. In other words, anybody who's shorting Bitcoin right now, shame on you for going against the grain, right? Again, I could be way off. I hope the price continues higher, not just to reinforce how the technical analysis is supposed to work, but more so just because obviously majority of people are more likely to long than short. But again, shorts exist for a reason. If it wasn't for them, then the price wouldn't go up, right? That's kind of how that works anyways. Either way, I appreciate y'all watching. Hope this made sense. I'll post our playout chart on our Twitter, Telegram, and Discord as per usual. Thanks again so much for the wonderful feedback to my communities. Super happy that these trades worked out very well for you. And obviously looking forward to working with you if you want to join up. Heads up, if you're going to go ahead and join, make sure you read through our signals guide just so you kind of understand how to structure your trades. I recommend low risk, always. Trade alerts too. I kind of give you heads up on trades we're planning to take and basically give you a heads up that we're going to take this Bitcoin trade. I also talked a lot about our SUI trade and Cardano trades too. So I'm always giving you a heads up on what trades you want to take. That's available in our Pioneer package or higher. Okay, so hope you have a good one. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Take care.